Hello everyone, my name is Abet Atunjire, Aga Khan University, specializing in language and literacy. Welcome to this lesson where we are going to learn about comprehension. And as teachers, I want us to see how we can teach comprehension to a primary 3 class. First of all, before you go anywhere, before you start teaching comprehension, you're supposed to know what comprehension is. And here I have a definition which says comprehension is reading a text. I know most of you, when I mentioned comprehension, in your mind you had the aspect of reading. So in comprehension, we not only read. There is reading a text, understanding its meaning, and integrating it with what the reader already knows. Most of the time when we are teaching comprehension to these young learners, we use their experiences. Even when you are introducing such a lesson, you introduce it with, for example, you can tell them a story. You can tell them a story out of their experiences, and then you go on so that they integrate what they are reading with what they already know. Then, most of the time when we are teaching lower classes, we teach them stories which involve pictures. Now in this lesson, I want us to know why we use pictures in a comprehension lesson for a primary 3 class. One of the reasons is to arouse the interest of those learners so that they engage fully in the lesson, so that they have interest in what they are going to read, so that they are able to understand what they are reading. Then the second one, it gives children an opportunity to describe what is in the image, what is in that picture, and choose a sentence or a word that best matches the picture, as we are going to see in the story which we are going to read. Now, we have such a picture for our learners in P3. You start your lesson with such a picture, and then you ask oral questions to those learners about that picture. For example, we can ask them, what do you see in the picture? Some of them will say, I see people. Others will say, I see words. Others can even say, I'm seeing flowers because there are flowers here. Yes. Then you can also ask them, who of you sees a member of your family in this picture? Some of them will say grandfather, others will say mommy, others will say baby, others will say sister, and so on and so forth. But most of all, this picture is related to what they are going to learn. So you can also ask them to guess what the story is about, the story that they are going to read. What is it about after showing them such a picture? So from here you can tell them that we are going to read a story which concerns family members. Family members. So here you can ask them, how many of you have families at home? Or how many members do you have in your families? And so on and so forth. They are able to tell you. Now, you can tell them that in this story, we are going to read about a family of one of our friends. And one of our friends is Ali. So Ali is telling us about his family. So the title of the story today is Ali's Family. When you are starting to teach these learners how to read, as a teacher, you are supposed to read for them the story as they listen. For example, I can read this story for you. My name is Ali. My family has 7 members. These are my father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, sister, younger brother, and me. My father's name is Mugisha. My mother's name is Aisha. Amara is my sister's name. My younger brother is called Daudi. My grandfather's name is Kazmoto. And my grandmother is Mariza. Why do you read the story to the learners? So that you can teach them the correct pronunciation of the words, and you can teach them how to observe the correct punctuation as they read the story. Then, you want to explain more about the story they have read. Still, you can use pictures that you will match with the sentences in the story so that they can go on to comprehend and understand more about the story they have read. For example, my name is Ali. So you tell them, Ali is a boy, and Ali is the one who was telling us his story. Therefore, my name is Ali, and Ali is here in this picture. You can also show them, my father's name is Mugisha. You can even ask one of the learners to identify this sentence in the story they have read, and then you tell them, this is Ali's father. So Ali is saying, my father's name is Mugisha, and you show them a picture. Then you can also show them, my mother's name is Aisha. When a child looks at the sentence and the picture, he or she will be able to understand that this sentence we have read in the story refers to a woman who is found in the home, and most of the time who is a mother to the children. Okay? We can also look at Amara is my sister's name. You can also tell the learners that a sister in a home is a girl. Okay, so instead of explaining so much about the story using the words, you can use the pictures to make your work easy as a teacher. My grandfather's name is Kazumoto. This is the grandfather of Ali who was telling us the story. Then also, my grandmother is Marisa. The sentence in the story is simply explained using the picture. As learners look at the pictures, they can easily interpret the sentence in the story. So, I'm going to give you an exercise. Or you can also give an exercise to the learners of dragging the word on top to the correct picture. For example, I'm going to do it here. So, you want your learners to drag the word to the correct picture. So, make them click into the word, let them read the word first, and identify where the picture of that belongs to that word is. For example, grandmother, they can look for grandmother and move the cursor in that picture until it makes a cross of the 4 arrows. Then they left click and drag the word to the correct picture, like that. Then you can also go to sister. They drag the word sister to the correct picture. The correct picture, and so on and so forth. So in that way, you'll make the learners interact with the pictures, interact with the words. With all that, I thank you so much.